What's up, guys? Last two training sessions prior to headed off to Pleasanton, incorporated obviously some of the basic lifts that I've been doing, and really tried to focus on being snappy. Kind of a hybrid throwing / lifting practice, all at the same time. With some of the weather, with the rain and wind, I moved a lot of my drilling and practice sessions to indoors, just so I could really focus and dial on movement more than throwing, if that makes any sense to you. I just like to have control as many variables as possible, and if the weather is kind of garbage outside, then I'll go back to the basics of some stuff that I can do inside under really controlled circumstances. I know that when we're in a games, we don't necessarily have the ability to control the weather, but in practice I do, and I'm a strong believer in the idea that you can perfect your movement, you can perfect your balance and your technique on these ideal circumstances, and that is going to carry over more than just having that variability of different weather, different grounds, etc., that you're going to run into when you're in the game. So I know, kind of like Matt Vincent used to train on concrete all the time for almost all of his, obviously for his stone and for his weights. He used to throw on concrete, and it obviously that's in his favor, having that consistent ground, but it was really just to dial in footwork and dial in movement. It doesn't do you any good to go out there and practice on sloppy grass and slip and slide the whole time. Obviously there's some importance that you can put on throwing in adverse conditions, but I think that is just experiences that you pick up over time during games. You don't, I don't know, probably a little philosophical difference, but I have the ability to throw inside. I'm gonna throw inside, or drill inside anyway. Kind of throwing, I guess. But anyway, yeah, the throwing, trying to incorporate and keep as much snappy movement stuff into this, especially the week of the games, as I can. And I did, and I felt really good. Some soreness in the knees a little bit, but nothing crazy. Left shoulder still movement dysfunction. Can't really get that thing all the way overhead as much as I would like. Don't have a really good full range of motion, but man, I was moving and grooving. I had good snap, whether it was jumping or throwing the med ball, squatting, benching, didn't matter. Weights moved pretty dang fast, and I was appreciative of that. I don't know if I've done a whole lot of box jumping on, at least on these longer form videos that I've recorded for y'all, but I try to stand pretty far away from the box to get a little combination of pushing out and up at the same time. So if you're not doing that, I do encourage it. It's better than a box jump, just jumping up on the box and just trying to pull your knees and chest as fast as you can. There's time and a place for that, but for my type of training, it's not here. If you get a little nervous getting 5-6 feet away from the box, then just try your best to jump and explode up and land on kind of straight legs, just to really get that explosive as high as you can, instead of focusing on pulling your knees to your chest. That's how we ended that training session before, with just the box jumps, and then got into this next training session doing the same normal stuff, get the hips warmed up, doing these adductor exercises. Anybody else got any other adductor exercises they do? Any PTs out there? I would love to see them. Just some variety of stuff that I would like to add into my training, because it's definitely helping with the hips. I feel it in my day-to-day. I've got this lower abdominal soreness as well, and that really feels like it targets that and kind of knocks it down a little bit. So if anybody's got any ideas, I'm open to hear them. And squat movement, again, safety squat bar. I will add in the box, just a minute, and I add some bands because they're still feeling good. It's exploding against those bands, that tension on the top, and then not having a ton of weight on me at the bottom. That weight on the top also, because I can get real explosive with these, and in fact you may even see in a couple of these where I can kind of make the bar bounce up a little bit, and what goes up must come back down. And if I get a little too crazy, a little too carried away when I'm 3 or 4 plates on this thing, my upper back certainly feels it. It definitely compresses the disc or something in there and causes it to be a little bit grouchy. So when I put those bands on there, it actually slows that down at the top, and it'll be less exaggerated of a pop off my back when I do that. So like I said, I don't know if you can tell, but that's regular speed, and I am feeling snappy. Really, during this training session, during this week leading up, I was really feeling excited about what I was going to be able to put out there as far as the product is throwing. And legs were feeling good, hips were feeling snappy, overall body was feeling fairly healthy. So was an exciting week leading up to Pleasanton, and it's good to have weeks like that, man. Your mind gets in the right spot. It just you're just optimistic about how you can go, especially after Maine and not having incredible throws in Maine, but good enough throws to make me feel like I was right there with it and just need to connect. So it's good to see, the gym is a good indicator. Some of the drills are good indicators of what is in store for the next several days after lifting. So yeah, like I said, it was a good week of training for me. Definitely appreciated it. And then I wrapped everything up with some lat pull downs here. I've been having a little bit of a funkiness with left shoulder blade not being able to articulate around, and some shoulder pain as a result of that. This was an attempt to address that shoulder pain, but it did a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, didn't get all better, but that was about it. And the next video you're gonna see is my coverage of Pleasanton. All right, guys, later.